Going live. We're live. Woo! Okay. Let me just send this message. We're live and back at it again. Let me get my OBS open. All right. Cool deal. Here we go. This is what I want. Wait, what do I want? I don't know what I want. I guess we'll just keep the analytics section up. I forgot I had you in the background. Oh, unknown user, stop it. Why are you always saying missing? What? Oh, I'm just copying and pasting. That should be messing. Yeah, good catch. Why is somebody just now telling me this? I did it for the past. No, that's it. Thank you, I figured out how to do the nether portal thing. Hey, awesome, that's great. I don't think it was me though. I think it was the chat. I think the chat helped you. What's a kingdom? Kingdom is the thing for the kings. Comfortably one. Okay, two. Like I could do JavaScript, I just don't. Like I understand it for the most part. The syntax and everything is pretty similar to Java. I learned Java first. But so I want to see what the delay is. Hold on, wait. I turned this on ultra low latency. Wait. Hold on. Is it because does my OBS have built default latency? Okay, no, that's just retry delay. Does it have stream delay? Hold on. I don't know where it is. Stream delay. No, I don't have my stream delay turned on. Alright, anyways. Why IntelliJ not another IDE? I don't know. I used Eclipse for a very, very long time. I enjoyed Eclipse. Eclipse is great. I got yelled at a lot for using Eclipse. Everyone was like, oh, you should use IntelliJ. So I was like, all right, fine, I'll switch to IntelliJ. And also I got it for free because I have a student email. Although that free edition ends in November. So I'm going to have to get a license or see if maybe I can get one because I'm using it for educational purposes for YouTube. And the guys over at JetBrains, guys and girls over at JetBrains are pretty cool. They actually sponsored, or not really sponsored, they gifted a copy of IntelliJ for one of the giveaways we did way back when, which I'm going to reach back out and give another, or ask to see if we can get another couple for 20K subscribers, which is a pretty huge milestone. We did it for 10K. I'm going to see if we can do it for 20K. So I got like a little weird tickle in my throat. Anyways, so last night, on the stream, we worked through the mining event. The stream before that, we worked through farming. Last night, there was a bunch of great suggestions. I also added a couple more. So if you guys look at my sidebar here, you're going to probably notice a bunch more events. So we have an alchemy event, an aqua farming event, because this will be in 1.15.2 onward. So there is coral, and I want to incorporate sort of like an underwater level. Archery, farming already had. Fishing, which somebody recommended, along with archery. Herbalism, which I want this one to be flowers. My hand is broken. What is this, MCMMO? Kind of. It's taking aspects of MCMMO, and bringing it into a more fully formed server idea. Is this server coming out or no? It's going to take a while. There's a lot of work that I want to do for the server. I'm going to try to use as little pre-made plugins as possible, just because I don't have a lot of control over when things stop working and so on and so forth. But anyway, so we got herbalism, which is going to be for flowers, stuff like that. Trying to read the chat. I gotta flip-flop my YouTube and OBS here. Summon spawn. Summoning. Oh, maybe. That's a good idea, summoning. Jeez, bro. Hype. Yeah, big hype, big hype. Alright. So if you guys are watching, be sure to like the stream. It's going to be a good stream. I usually do these for like an hour and 40 minutes. Sometimes it's usually about... That's sort of what the last two have been. Anyways, so and we have hunting, and smithing was the other one that I think I added after the stream. I'm not sure. I was working on a little bit of stuff last night. Do you like IntelliJ more or Eclipse? I haven't used Eclipse in a long time, so I don't really know what Eclipse is like now. But when I made the change from Eclipse to IntelliJ, I much prefer IntelliJ. I think it's just cleaner. I think it looks better. I think it runs better. I think it has better support. And I think it's just more of a standard. Okay. So let me launch this server here. Let me get all my folders up and going. Sorry, like I said, I have like a weird tickle in my throat. Not like sickness, just like all of a sudden got very phlegmy as soon as I decided to work on this. Alright, let's jump over to Minecraft. There we go. Multiplayer. I could increase the quality or the size of my Minecraft, but I feel like I kind of like so one thing you'll notice in my console is last night I went ahead and implemented some experience levels for different items. These are kind of just numbers picked at random. I just wanted to just see if it worked. So I added those to the MySQL database, which is just locally hosted right now. My sensitivity is crazy. So now you'll notice that if I break wheat, I get 5. If I break carrots, I also get 5. If I break potatoes, I also get 5. Why are these all 5? Did I make them all 5? Okay, 10. There we go. I thought I had already broken my own plugin. So these give us 10, and same thing with these. This gives me 2, 20, 15, 50, 10, 10, 40, 5, 50. And these rarity or these experience levels will probably change once we get closer to something that is a little more fleshed out. I just wanted to implement them so that way I had them. Could also add support for flat file SQL database. Yeah, I could. No, use MySQL database, not flat files. Well, I think for some things, flat files is probably fine. Like there really is no reason that I have these values in the MySQL database other than the fact that I can quickly change them on the fly, which you could still do with a configuration file. We'll just see in the future. I also was just getting refamiliarizing myself with MySQL because it's been a while since I had actually used MySQL. So my ear is really itchy. Yeah, so we added values to a bunch of blocks. So I think in this video, I just keep calling these videos. In this stream, I think what we're gonna do is I think we're gonna focus on our lumbering event, which is kind of tricky. Just because of the way that I want to do it. I want to add like a timber mod or like a timber plugin built in, or tree feller, goes by many names, which I kind of already have, but it's kind of pretty rudimentary and it might potentially cause problems depending how we have the world set up. And obviously this will be blocked off to different regions. So let's just go over here and let's just get a bunch of saplings and let's just plant some trees. There might be a better way to do this in the future, but I think for now this will work for what I need it to work for. So let's just put a tree there, put a tree there, put a tree there. These should grow up pretty quickly. Put a tree there, that's acacia. Which one's jungle? This one doesn't this need 4? And then dark oak. So this should go pretty quickly, no? Game roll. Random tick speed. Let's just set this to 200. Yeah, there we go. Okay, this jungle tree grew a lot fatter than I thought it was going to. Also, this is a weird tree. Okay, let's just spread these out some. They might need some space to grow. There we go. We're just waiting on you, Birch. There we go. Okay, so right now, if we go ahead and go there, we can see there that it breaks all of that. Obviously, all that won't fall instantly, just because it's only falling that instantly because we have the tick time set so high. So this one we can see doesn't do that wood, and that doesn't do it there either. And it also drops oak saplings, which we don't want. So we want to go ahead and put this back there. We'll put that there. Okay, so let's jump into IntelliJ here. And let's close down some of these events. I can show you guys quickly sort of what I did yesterday. You know how to code an anti-cheat. I don't know how to code an anti-cheat. Dark oak is also 2x2. Right, it is 2x2. Alright, so what did I do last night? So I made this little method here, return XP, which is just going to go ahead and get this hash map. It's going to check for the key of material item, and we're going to run this in all of at the end of all of our events when we want to get the experience for whatever material was broken. And then we're just going to return that value that we set. And this is just a material, an integer, and a new hash map. And then when we're setting this, we're setting that in our MySQL handler. Whew! That was a weird yawn. YN30M. And then here we go. We're set up item XP. This is our string statement. So we can let's actually just go ahead and change that to statement. Or let's change that to request. So that's really what it is. So this is our string request. We're creating a prepared statement from our connection with that request. We're getting the results. We're executing a query. We're going to loop through the result set. And we're going to go ahead and get the string item. And then we're going to go ahead and get the int of XP. And then we're going to go ahead and put those into the hash map. And then we just print them out. Whew. I only did the printout just so I could see. Just so I could see if it worked. And it did. Although, what did I just break doing that? Wait, where is there an error? Why is that showing as an error now? Inject language. There we go. That's why. Oh! Wait. You broke the string you don't need to use for statements. Okay, so that's what we did last night. Let's go ahead and get to our lumber event. We should probably change this to woodcutting. That's really what it is. Refactor. Woodcutting event. Alright, so now we have our log break. So we're going to do the same thing here. And we're just going to go ahead and say if item.handle.getType.name.ends with _x, we will go ahead and run this. Else, we'll go ahead and send this message. So we'll just go ahead and change things around. Yes, I am using the Dracula theme, which is like one of the defaults to break this item or block. Okay, let's just go ahead and remove that. We can go ahead and get rid of all of our event.cancels because I realized that I just wanted to do it at the beginning of the event, so I can't break any blocks right now unless I'm crouched, which is sort of like the admin get around for breaking blocks right now. Because in the end, I do want all blocks to not be breakable, so that's why. I gotta sit up. Get some more water here. Stay hydrated, kids. Now, do we want to make this as simple as if this ends in log? I think that's easy enough because we want to do stripped. I think so. Oh, also the other thing that I did is I made a bunch of enums. So this is our woodcutting enum, which checks for all of these blocks here. So I guess we can do the same. Well, not quite. So I think we can just go ahead and say if it ends in log and then sapling. So let's close these. Can be unique in XP to regular. Yeah, it'll probably be unique. There's technically less wood on a stripped log. So what that'll probably just mean is that you get less experience because, you know, we'll see. Someone on their second activity of the day in New York City. Yeah, something like that. I've actually just been working all day, but I did want to do the stream because I've been enjoying these little streams. I could just make some coffee, although it is 8 o'clock at night. I think I have some coffee left over from earlier. Hold on. Couple sips. Actually, I do know why I'm tired. I had a really big glass of chocolate milk, and it was just delish. All right. So let's change this, and we're gonna just copy this. That ends with _log, not log logo. And then we can go ahead and change this to if. And we'll break this. Else if. Well, I guess we don't have to say else if because we always know it's going to be a sapling because it's not a log. So we can just go we can actually just go ahead and say else. We can go ahead and get rid of this. We can go ahead and get rid of this. Get rid of default. You cannot destroy saplings. Let's go ahead and get rid of this event canceled true. And let's get rid of this break. This one might actually be quick. We might jump into chocolate milk is fire. Dude, I know. I love chocolate milk. It's so good. So good. This might be a quick event here. If I'm being honest. Let's go ahead and get rid of this event that's not canceled. So if item.get, so if in hand .get type .get name that ends with _x, we want to run this code. Else we'll say you need x to break this block. And then we'll go ahead and say if block.get type .name that ends in log, we want to go ahead and get the block. Why am I doing it this way? Oh, I'm getting the block below. Can't I just go ahead and do block.getLocation and then .getY, or no, so a thing I've learned is what you can do is put the enum values into enum map, and then you can make a method inside the enum like is_log material that's static instead of what you're doing. Oh no, you're right. Yeah, I could. I'll do that. I'll do that later. But I do know what you're talking about actually. It's been a while since I worked with enums, and I actually was just looking around last night, and I just found the quickest, easiest way that I could do it last night. All right, so we want to do get location. Isn't there like a... Here we go. 0, 1, 0. Pretty sure that's all I need to do. And let's just go ahead and change this from below to under block. So if under block, that is a grass block, or the type is material dirt, we want to go ahead and do the happy villager, woodcutting, say player, and then did I add these values to our MySQL database? That is the real question. Hey, Andrew, what's going on? I thought that was Mason earlier. I didn't realize you were still I didn't realize you were still a mod. Yeah, it's cool. All right, let me log into the MySQL database here. Kingdoms, item XP. I did add those values to the database, so let's just go ahead and add those in. ++, and then we'll just go ahead and say plugin skills event nope, not restore blocks, return XP. There we go. Block.getType plus woodcutting XP. Okay, and then we want to go ahead and oh, how do we want to do this? This is where it's going to get weird now. So this one, we can just do the same thing. So we can just jump back to our mining event here. And we want to go here. And we'll just do the same thing. We'll loop through the drops that it normally would have gotten. And we got to do the in hand. So that way it'll get all of them. And you need an axe anyways to break. If you use final variables, doesn't it use less RAM? Cut the underscore log from string and add log. Well, that won't necessarily work. Well, I guess we could do that. We can just check to see if the name has stripped in it. Yeah, we can start making things final. I have a bad habit of not making variables final. So, yeah, I could do it that way. I just don't like the readability of it. I feel like for me, it's more confusing that way. Yeah, I could just replace the words. So let's go ahead and let's cross out this skills bar here. We don't wanna mess with that yet. Block.setType. This is going to be block.getType.name. Replace stripped. What is it? Stripped? Is it stripped underscore? Woodcutting enums. Oh, it's stripped in, yeah, stripped underscore. So replace, I'll just copy it from here because I know it's right. I'm pretty sure I wrote the exact same thing. And we want to replace that with nothing. We also want to replace underscore log. And we want to replace that with underscore sapling. Oh, this is really long. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and take this out. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and say material new block. Or no, sorry. New sapling. I guess it's still a new block. This is going to be material dot value of. Now, will this break though when it doesn't have the word stripped in it? Or is it sort of like an if-else, where if it has it, it'll do that, if not... Why not just log, because then... Why not just log, because you then add another underscore? Oh, yeah, you're right. Alright, well I guess we can go ahead and try this out. Alright, so no errors. Let's go ahead and build this. Let's go to our Minecraft. And repos. It should work, you're right. I don't know. I don't know. Ugh. Okay. Let's move this over here. Yep, it's been replaced. Reload, confirm. Okay, reload complete. Wow, my inventory is so full. Come on, slash clear. Thank you. Okay, so let's break this. Okay, we got our 5 logs. We don't need saplings, so it's not gonna drop saplings. Okay, and our tree's back. Okay, so that one worked. This one... Oh, wait. One thing I didn't... I think I just got an email. Hold on a second. Just gotta make sure it's not for work. No. Okay. One thing I didn't tell you guys about is the tree feller. Which you can see here that I'm just throwing in material oak as the check for the relative. So we actually want to go ahead and change this to block.getType. Now we want to go ahead and reinstall this. So this tree feller, it's definitely, wow, I butchered that. It's definitely not perfect. It's basically just getting the radius from the starting block and with a radius of 1 block around it. It's checking to see if there's another block that's of the same type, and if it is, it's going to remove it. So hopefully that works. Okay. And did I just clean install? Okay, yeah. Let's go ahead and copy this over. Let's paste it. Let's jump back into Minecraft. Let's reload, confirm. So now this should place down a birch sapling. Did not. I made this coffee this morning and it's been sitting on my windowsill. So it's just been getting super cold all day because I have my window open, and it's so delicious right now. Okay. Let's replace this. Let's see if we're actually getting a material or if it is just not working at all. Print the new sapling that will print the material, which clearly doesn't exist, so it might print null. That's fine if it prints null. If it prints null, then I know it doesn't work. Okay, so we gotta place that there. Oak sapling, okay. So it worked. Well, let me switch back to Minecraft. So it knows that it's an oak sapling, right? So oak sapling. It should say jungle sapling. Yeah. Give TPSIC jungle sapling 1. Okay, so it definitely gets the material. We're getting the drops, right? So if I clear my inventory here, let me just clear all this out. Actually, I'll keep these. So we have 9. That gives us 10, which is perhaps a little inaccurate. But now tree feller is not going. Oh, okay. I know why tree feller is not going. Tree feller is not going because we changed the block before we run tree feller to the sapling. So we want to change this, and we want to run this up here. Is that how was I doing it before? Was I just setting it like literally as? We're gonna just do something really gross. Some material oak sapling. Yeah. It happens. It happens. Okay. Bukkit type material. Value of. And let's just change that. We don't need to change that. All right, let's clean install again. No, I don't want it to be the new sapling because the way tree feller works is it looks at. It has to be a log, right? We want it to be a log, so it gets the original block, and then it iterates through a radius of 1 around the block, and any blocks that are of that type. Oh, we don't actually need to loop through. Oh, we don't even need to do the drops. We don't even need to do the drops because we do it in tree feller, right? But then it loops through, and if the material, if the relative material or block is the same as the base material block, then it adds that item to the player's inventory, and then it goes back through tree feller. Right. I don't know why. Yeah. What about leaves then? So the thing with leaves, which is tricky, is the fact that unless like you identify each tree, then you might run into troubles there. Because you might start taking off bushes or leaves from another tree, which we don't necessarily want to do. Alright, so let's clean install again. Let's check this out. mute my mic for that one for you guys. It was a little gross. All right, let's copy this, paste it, replace. Yep, replace. Reload, confirm. Okay. Okay, so tree feller works there. Let's see if it works here. Oh yeah! Woo! That's the leaves naturally despawn anyway, so it doesn't matter. Yeah. That won't be as laggy on the server. It's only that laggy right now. Also, I realized that I didn't change my stream quality settings. I wanted to increase the bitrate to 5,000, which I don't think I can do dynamically. Maybe I can. Who knows? I just changed it. Hopefully it still works. Yeah. Let me know if the quality increased at all. I changed it to from 4K to 5K. I don't know if I can do it during... Oh, I actually think I can change it during the stream. Not without resetting stream IRC unless that's changed. I think so, because now at the bottom of my screen it's telling me that I'm getting 5,000. Unless I'm just... I mean, it says that. I don't know if it is actually... You're right. I could add a delay. That actually might... That'll definitely help with performance if I add a delay. I can just add a simple pause. Okay, so let's grab this log here. Of course. And that one works as well. It's super glitchy with that because of the tick time. So now you got a basic true failure but zero health support, so any player can technically destroy walls. Wrong. So in the server, there's going to be specific areas where players are allowed to actually even break blocks. Any area that's not, like, let's say this yellow area is the only area that players can break blocks in. This region is the only area where an axe will work. All that, etc. If the server lags because of it, isn't that still technically delay? Yeah, it is. What if you break from the bottom? What if you break from not the bottom log? Tree filler might not work. So I believe the way I have it right now is the only way you can actually break a log is if you break it at the base. So let me just go ahead and get an axe. So if I try to break this, you can see that it's not at the base. And we can actually even add a message in, so that way you know, because we check to see if it's a grass block. So we can actually just go ahead and say else, and we'll send them an error message. Trees must be broken from the base. And so now base. It's client-side delay, yes. Server-side delay, change CPU, imagine. That's what 100 it's going to do. It can cause some nice crashes. Yeah. We'll add in some delay there. Right, I got to copy and paste it. Music stopped. Why did music stop? Oh, because YouTube does this thing that what's it called does. Netflix. Are you still listening? Are you still watching? Yes, I'm still watching. Correct, Neo. Players will still technically be able to destroy logs. Somebody want to catch Mad Ass up to speed here? What we're doing? All right, let me reload. So now we can see trees must be broken from the base. We break it. That's gonna break. There we go. And now we're good. So let's go ahead and add in that delay. What's the easiest way to do that? Like, should I just do... Should I just do like a... No, for loop would be way too fast. Yeah, how do I want to do that? Alright, checking if the break event is canceled just for protecting plugins. I'll be lurking in stream and help where I can. Awesome, thanks Mason. It's an application of data structure and plugin development. What do you mean? As much as I know, Minecraft Kingdoms was an old Minecraft RPG mod. I don't know anything about the gameplay though. Yeah, you can check out some other streams. It's basically just going to be like a role-playing fantasy server. There'll be one main kingdom. All the players are working together to build up this kingdom. There'll be PvE mob attacks that happen every so frequently. There'll be different islands that players can explore to get different materials and fight different mobs. It'll be like Windcraft, but less focused on the combat and more focused on like real, true role-playing. What is my name? My name is Deshawn. That's what. So, could we just do a... We can't do a time... What's the best way to add a delay here? Do we just want to do it in a run, like a runnable, like a later? Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Oh, that's not what I want. Use Bukkit scheduler if you want to run task later. Yeah. Yeah. Thread.sleep. Perhaps inside the tree file augment you can add a delay so each block breaks by like 15 milliseconds or something as the moment it's happening. Yeah, that's what we're doing right now. What is my name? My name is Deshawn. Alright, so let's just go into our skills event here. I'm just gonna copy this because I'm lazy. We'll just do this. We'll do that. Here. And this is what? Bukkit task. I forget, was it new Bukkit task? I forget how it was. What did we come up with yesterday with this? Because I changed it to look more nice. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. If you do it in a runnable, it will delay before it happens, but won't delay each block. It will though, because what I'm doing is I'm running. This is only deleting one block at a time. So this code is looping back through itself, which I guess I should make sure it doesn't endlessly loop. It shouldn't once the material is not that, but let's just go ahead and say looping. Oh. That's easy. Everyone's saying different things here. How did we do it yesterday? Alright, well let's just bring this here. Oh, you're right. We just want to run it later. What is this? What do we want? 50 ticks? 20 ticks? We want it to happen every 1 second? Oh, this kind of screws things up. Oh, wait, no. We can just move this out of here. There we go. How long have you spent on this plugin so far? I'd probably say like, I don't know, 6 hours, 6-7 hours. Have a second, server-based ticks. Probably, I think every second works. And now, do we want to play the sound? Well, now here's the thing, though. You'll be able to break a tree. I don't think there's going to be item. Well, we'll see. That's an easy fix. Item durability. That's easy enough to throw back in here. Then a jungle tree will take 1 minute to break. Yeah. This is the thing, though. So now, if a player walks away and starts cutting on another tree, somebody can have 5 trees breaking at once. Especially like if it's a jungle tree. So let's go ahead and do every half second. But you want a little bit of a delay. I guess we'll see what this feels like. Benefit to an async server tick based on runnable tasks is that it will slow it down if the server can't do it all. I don't think you can change blocks asynchronously. Unless they've changed that. I'm pretty sure before you're not allowed to change blocks asynchronously. Alright, let's reload confirm. Alright, so let's grab a tree here. I kind of want a jungle tree here, just because well, I guess we can start with both. Let's plant an oak. I mean, the block breaking sound, I think it'd be nice to include. Yeah, I think that's what I was just thinking about, is including the block breaking sound. Alright, tree, come on. You shouldn't be taking this long. I have it set to like 200. Oh, that's definitely not what I wanted to do. Why are you not growing? Oh my god, I just broke all this! Okay. So now if we break this... I can't really see it. Alright, let's do jungle where I can actually see it as it's happening. Okay. Yeah, we can definitely see this. Okay. I mean, that was pretty slow. But, I feel like it works. What sound did you set when you broke the ore? 45 seconds instead. There's not a spigot page for this. You can make it where if you... I'll be right back, guys. Sorry about that. Landlord came by. There's something wrong with the pipes downstairs, like the radiator. So our building has radiator piping, like heating, and the pipe downstairs was leaking, so they had to come up to ours to see if it was starting up here. Okay. Right, where do we leave off? Right, so, ooh, this is a small jungle tree. I didn't realize you could grow one that small. So jungle trees are gonna be a problem in terms of replanting. I guess we don't have to have like massive jungle trees. I guess we can just do like the little guys. No? Do these actually grow as little guys? That one did. How did that one grow? Could use a faster speed, but generally for the purposes. Wait, why did this grow like that? Interesting. The small one must grow naturally. I see. Alright. So Junglewood's probably gonna be a bit of a problem. Alright, let's jump into IntelliJ. Could you make a video on Minecraft's API? God, no. That'd take forever. Or I guess in what sense? Like, what do you mean Minecraft's API? Let's change this to 5. We can get rid of looping. We actually want to run this in Tree Feller. Because we want it to be oops. Because we want it for every block. Could you read my suggestion above? You could do it per tree integer setting with enums, like set a priority for each log and get it as in ticks. I could do something like that, you're right. I mean, I also don't want to spend a crazy amount of time like breaking this down right now, because like this particular thing is easily customizable once I come back. As long as it basically works, that's kind of all I need. Oh wait, did we ever get the saplings to work? Let's just grow this quickly. Okay, yeah, so we did get the saplings to work. Nice. Will live be saved? What do you mean will live be saved? Oh, yes. Yes, the live will be saved. Hey, what happened last stream? It just went down. Oh, I think I kicked my surge protector, and like the way that my monitor plug is, it's like one of those ones that has like a really fat end, and then the plug's on one side. That side is over the power switch, because there's no other way for me to arrange that setup with the current power strip I have. So that's what happened. I think I hit it and it just shut down. All right. So let's go back here. So we'll worry about fine-tuning this another time. But I guess we can go ahead and actually play the sound though. Clear it up. Is it an effect or a sound? Effect dot. I don't want anvil break. So it's sound. Play sound. Oh, come on. What is it? Block. Also move the integer outside the function because you will be making 1,000 integers possibly. Your location 2, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. What is it, just wood break? Yeah, wood break. 1. We could also yeah, you're right, we can pull this out. We can just go ahead and say private radius. We could also, to combat this, at least in one way, if the player tries to walk away, is we can just go ahead and get block middle. We could go ahead and just get the distance between the original block and the player. So we can go ahead and say if block... What is middle? Is that just... Okay, that's just the block. Why am I calling it middle? Let's call that start. Start block. Start block dot get relative. So we're gonna say if start block dot get location dot distance from player dot get location. Let's just say is less than or equal to 3? I think 3 is good. So we definitely want Tree Feller to run always. That's for sure. So we always want Tree Feller to run. All right, so let me just think about this. So let's actually just move this here. So we always want this to go, but we don't necessarily always want to give the player XP. So we definitely always want these two things to run, right? And we want to run Tree Feller after the play sound and after this. So we always want it to set the material to error. We always want to play the sound of the wood breaking, and we always want to rerun back through this. But we only want to give the player, because then you can do it from 4 blocks. Okay, we'll do 4. Right, but then we only want to actually give them an item and to give them the message if they are within a 4 block range. Yeah, this is telling me that it should be a local field, but oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay, so let's clean install this. Survivor reach distance is 3. 4 big hands. Yeah, okay, so I think 4 is good. It's 1 outside of survival reach. Should we also send a message to the player if they walk too far away? Yeah, sure. Else, we'll change this to info player, and we'll say you are not gaining XP from this block, from this log. Or do we want to just say you are too far away to gain XP from this log? Yeah, that's the only thing though, is would send 10 messages unless I made like... Yeah, let's just not send a message. Yeah, let's not. Alright, so let's copy this, let's paste it over, let's jump over into into Minecraft. Let's reload. Let's grab our axe. Okay. There we go. Oh. But it only gave us start block. Oh. Wait. I see. We don't want this in the for loop. I think we want it before. Because what's gonna happen is it's gonna keep basing it off of this new one that we're setting when we run it, and that's gonna change as the tree scales. So I mean, I guess we can definitely just put it here. Or I guess, yeah. It's still, wait, it's still gonna do the same thing though. We're in a bit of a tricky spot. I don't really want to make a hash map for this. Or a list. I can make a variable for the original block, but I'm going to have to make one per player. Because you could have it let it both ways. Yeah, because then I'll have to make it for for every player. Just kind of a drag, especially with the amount of people that, or a list. Well, no, it'd have to be a map of some kind, because I need to link that block, that start block, to the player. You know, the metadata on the blocks. I mean, I guess we can just not do it this way. Yeah, we could do that. Kind of. It's still really involved though, because well, what's happening is this is running, but it's replacing the start block with the new relative block because of the way that I have it set up here. That it keeps looping back through this until there's no more wood. I guess we can just not check the distance. I mean, this was just something extra. This wasn't like vitally important that I did this. What are we working on today? Same as always, but oh well, we're working on woodcutting today. Hopefully, we're running into a few hiccups as per usual. Oh. I guess one easy way I could do this. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah, that's so true, Nick. Just a few hiccups here, no big deal. You're also right, Retro. I should play it at the world location. What am I looking for here? Alright, we'll worry about that. Okay, so I think how I can do this is I can just create another variable here. Wait, no. Yes. I can just create another variable here that's end block. And then it's how do people say it? I'm just reading exactly how I think it would be said. Retro. Alright, so this is what we can do. So we can change this. Right, so start block is always going to be start block. And this is going to be end block. Right? So end block's the only thing that's going to be changing. So this is always going to be start block. And this is going to be end block. Or no, sorry. Yeah, I guess that's fine. No, sorry, this is going to be relative. So, okay. This might work. So we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna change this back to start block. Or no, end block. So the end block is now becoming where we're getting the relative block from the XYZ. And the relative, we're checking the type, we're playing the sound. And now start block is where we're using the rotation, and we're always keeping start block the same. That works, right? I think so. We'll find out. And just for this, we will, or no, we'll know if it works when we get the messages. Alright. I think that's gonna work. Oh. Smart idea. That should always be final. Yeah, we definitely do not want that to change. I had a system.out here. System.out.print looping forever. So let's just go ahead and add that in. I'm pretty sure it ended. Sorry, I'm like so far leaned back in my chair and my mic is like not the same. Let me just reposition that. Alright, so let's go ahead and grab this, grab that. We're replacing. Let's go ahead and reload. Tree grew over top of me. Okay. So now and we are not looping forever. Let me go back to Minecraft. It's possible since it only runs if it finds a new block. Right, it's only running if it finds a new block, correcto. Although we didn't get the message. There we go. Okay, so we got the message. Alright, so what I need to do, just to be sure, let me just go ahead and fly over here. Build myself out a little testing zone here. So we'll plant our sapling there. So that's one. Let me go ahead and get another Where the hell did I just grab that from? Is it just a regular block? Oh, yeah. This is 2. Also, anybody who's wondering why I keep shifting to break blocks, I have it so no blocks can be broken no matter what, unless I'm shifting, which is just sort of an admin. You know how many you got in total from the tree? Yeah, I could do that as well. Yeah, you're right. 100% right. That might actually be nicer looking. Obviously radius I don't think goes in a perfect square like this. But that's fine. We'll just pretend. All right, and then we just know that last grass one is 4 because I really don't feel like making another circle. So let's plant our tree. Grow, 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 grow. Come on. Why is this taking so long? There we go. Okay. So this is 3. We're not getting our message. Okay. Interesting. So what about here? Okay, so we get it here. So that's 1, 2. Let's just break that up so we can see. Okay, so we get it there. But now why aren't we... If we do it here, do we get it? Alright, let's just break that up. Okay, yeah, we get it there. That's just because this is not a... Right, it doesn't go in a perfect square like that. So really this would be like some weird circle art. Okay, and then how do we get it here? This is 4. So we don't get a 4, but we say less than or equal to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because that is 3 squared. Yeah. Okay, well, I guess this works, right? So this is 4, though. We don't get the notification. But here, we do. Just 3. Oh, you're right. Yeah, you're right. It's, yeah. Because the edge of the block is, like, technically there. So we should change that to 5. Let's just change it to 5, which means we want it to be 4. But it'll be 5 in some directions. Yeah, I'm not worried about my break range. That's not the concern. The concern is just how far do we want them to be to gain experience. That's all it's coming down to. So this is 4. Okay, so we get it there. But now we won't get it over here. And let's just go game mode. Survival. So this is 5. We don't get it, but the block still breaks. Okay. So I think 5 is good. Because 4... And I'm just gonna go game mode. Creative. I am actually gonna dig this out because it bothers me. Oh. And oop. Okay. So I think this is a good range. Like, oh, so leaves finally broke. Like if you're not in that range, then you don't get the XP. I think that's fair. Like you gotta hang around. You could have done it with build command. Would be better. Yeah. No. Maybe they use shift. Yeah, I could build in a proper command, but I just want to keep it simple because it doesn't need to be that complex right now. I just need to be able to test things. Okay, so that works. Let me drop my axe, and let's make sure that we're getting all of our proper drops. So we only want to be getting logs. Okay, so we got 5 logs there. Let's go ahead and drop those. We'll have to do something about this because we don't want these to actually drop saplings or sticks. So I think, isn't there like a leaf decay event? Let's just say add event handler, public void leaf decay, leaf decay, leaves decay event dot block dot get drops clear. Or do we want to just set drops? Oh no, we can't. The get drops to clear. So we'll just go ahead and we'll just add that in over here, but we'll add it after all of this. And let's just go ahead and clean install. Let's make sure that works. YouTube, yes, I am still listening. Okay, so let's go ahead and copy that, paste that. Yeah, pasted. Let's reload. And let's break that. Oh, yeah, we're selling that block. Okay, so we're getting that. So when this breaks, this should drop nothing. It dropped a bunch of stuff. I don't think our event worked. Or is it not right? We want to clear the drops. Oh, sorry. Well, I am back in here. I need to register. This class is registered. This class is already registered. Skip drops clear. Shouldn't that have worked? Let me just make sure that let's just go ahead and do a system.out.print test decay. Let's do a clean install. Let's just make sure that this is actually working. Isn't there an automatically switch scener? Oh, maybe. That'd be great. I should look into that. You know, it's probably even just built in now. Switch to scene. Yeah, I'll worry about that later. But yeah, I'll look into that though, because that would be pretty nice. All right, let me just run clean install one more time, just make sure it's done. Okay, let's copy it, paste it. Let's reload. Okay, we're not looping forever. Let me go into Minecraft, sorry. And come on. Test decay. Okay. So the test decay works. Is it because Oh, I'm sure the timings are not great right now. Oh. What's the IP? The IP is localhost. Yeah, server timings, I'm not sure what they are right now. Not crazy important to me right now. We'll optimize a little later. Most of this stuff is pretty easy to go back into and adjust. Someone's on the server though. No, just me. Yeah, that's what I have. Check the left in the OBS tools. Yeah, I'll worry about that later, Retro. I don't want to mess up the stream by messing around with things. What programming language? Java pretty comfortably. JavaScript kind of comfortably. No, JavaScript kinda. I wouldn't even say comfortably. Like I could like easily dive into it and start messing about with it, but it just necessarily wouldn't be great. Add get type. I don't need to get the type. Here's another thing. I just want to cancel. Yeah, but this event doesn't have. That's all it has, is the blocks and cancel. No, I'm not changing the block. Oh, I could. I could actually just get the block and change it to air, which might get rid of the. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. That's a good idea, Retro. We'll just set the type to air. And we don't need this because we know that it runs. Yeah, is there an event for item drop? For item drop event? Maybe, but this will work. I literally can't think of a single reason why this wouldn't work. So let's go ahead and copy this over. I guess we probably could have also tested it by setting it to an obscure block, like, I don't know, wool or something, so we know for sure that it's changing. Yeah, players can drop. I mean, you could look for probably who dropped it or what like state it was dropped in or from. But, you know, more steps. Cleaner solutions. I was just adjusting my light there. Did we reload this? Let's test. Okay, let's break. Oh. A little glitch there. Oh, we didn't get our sapling. What happened there? Oh, I think it's because timings are too fast. Yeah, let's yeah, there we go. Use black brick events and drops. Alright, so we got that working. I think we're gonna skip over messing around with the jungle trees right now. Just because I don't really feel like doing the math for the +1, -1, +1 to get the square. And, you know, if I choose to not want to mess around with it later, I could also just easily just not have any jungle trees on the server that are breakable. But we'll worry about that once we get there. Whew. Yeah. So these first couple streams, we're just messing about with all of the events. And other streams are... This will probably only be streamed. I probably won't make proper videos on this. Or at least not right away. Maybe like once things get further along and I'm doing sort of more like devlog-y type things. But okay, so I think we mostly have this down. First time tuning in a super long time. What's going on, Mr. JW? All right, let's test these other trees just to make sure that we're getting their stuff. Okay, that breaks. We got it's wood. And we don't need to stay near it. Let's just get one of these. Let's break it. Okay. So a little bit of a glitch there, as you can see. That's just because of the timings that we have set. That won't happen on a real server. Like if we set these, yeah, I don't really feel like setting it back because it'll take forever to grow. And there we go. And that's our sapling, and we get the particle effects. Tree breaks, no drops. And we're not looping forever. The loop ends, as you guys can see. What's the tick speed between the breaking? The tick speed right now is half a second. Where is it at? Yeah. Or no, sorry. It's 1/4 of a second. Yeah, 1/4 of a second. Half a second felt a little too slow. Do we want to try to do this async? I'm pretty sure you can't. Run task later asynchronously. I'm pretty sure it's going to tell us that blocks can't be modified asynchronously, but we'll give it a whirl. College has online classes set up in case of that. Oh, made a copy there. Yeah, smooth out of Dropbox. So we just changed that to async, that's all. For anybody who's wondering, I know I'm bad at switching back and forth. Alright, I think I got this, weird. Oh, no, that's it right there. Alright, let's see if I was trying to do that event, automatic event switch thing. It's kind of not, scene switcher is inactive. Start. Oh, we did it. Okay, cool. We got it. All right, thank you, Retro, for that. That's great. Automatic scene switching, I love it. I used to have a cool animation, custom graphics animation. Will this code be posted on GitHub afterwards? Not really sure. It all depends on how far I end up getting with it. But anyways, what were we doing? We exported something to test. What did we export to test? Oh, async. Right. See if we can actually run an async. I don't think you can. Nope. Block remove. Yeah. No async for us. Okay, we might have to add a few other things here, but when no windows match. Oh, don't. There we go. That's what I want. Okay, so let's just change this back to run task. Run task later. No problem, just hoping someone who is beautiful. Oh! Stop it! You dog. Drink my last sip here. It's gonna give me the runs later. I already know it. Okay. So what else can we do? We're giving them the experience. We're giving them the items. I think we might be done for tonight. Actually, I like those spaced out. Like I said, we're moving along with this one step at a time. So like each stream is just gonna be focused on one event. That way, it'll be easier when people want to come back and watch it. They can sort of just easily see what each one of these streams was focused on. Which I think is good, because I know that some people are going backwards and rewatching the old ones. Does anyone know how to link Discord bots to MC? Literally just, well, I guess the easiest way is to make your Discord bot run off of Spigot, and then it's linked. I guess what he means linked. Did you post the mining stream? Yes, that was 2 days ago. Yesterday? I forget already what day. I think it was 2 days ago's stream. Who knows? I also just reinstalled Rainbow Indent because it's beautiful. I'm trying to think if there's any other things that we should be testing before I get off. This has been an hour and 37 minutes. This is the usual time that I leave. Or that I end these streams. So let's go ahead and get the server. Let's reload. Let's reload Minecraft. Let's get Minecraft up and going. Let's put that right back there. Okay, that runs. We can't break a wood block if it's not at the base. And I guess we probably should just, yeah, I guess that's fine. I don't even know what day it is. I literally don't. I had to check. I was like looking at my, I was on my phone, like walking into my room, and I was like, Jesus, what day is it? And I was like, oh God, it's only Tuesday. Every day feels like a Friday because I'm home all day. Literally can't go anywhere. Everything's shut down. Okay, let's get you out of there. Okay, so I think we might be done for this video. What do you guys think? I think we're good? Well, I don't know why I'm asking, because I'm gonna get off anyways. So we got our tree event working, all except for this. Oh. We actually have a bit of an issue. So I forgot all about this strip log. So if we strip a log, tree feller won't work because the log is stripped. So I think maybe we'll just, I feel like we should just disable stripped logs. Or I guess we can just do this really easily. Or So this is gonna be super annoying, but we're gonna say material value of material dot name, and at the beginning here we're gonna go ahead and say oh, come on, stripped underscore. So if it equals the material name or if it equals stripped. All right, so let's install this. Cancel the strip event. Keep everyone's bark on. Yeah, I could cancel stripping. Well, also if you strip a block above, right? This is where it's gonna, or if it's stripped. It's either or. It's gonna run if it's the regular material or if it's the material that's stripped. At least in theory. We'll see. Yeah, we can't. No canceling stripping here. Not on my watch. No siree. All right, let's reload confirm. So now, let's just break this. Let's strip it. Still works. Beautiful. And where did all these holes come from? That's what I don't know. And if we strip the bottom and we break, so now this one, oh, bigger. Oh, bigger. Do you have a second monitor? Finally, we can always see. Yes, you can always see. Do I have a second monitor? Yes. This is my second monitor where my webcam is on. I feel like having the webcam on the side is much better than me having the webcam here. I don't know, just because when I'm working, like my head's like kind of down like this, and with the webcam, it's like it gets like a weird, like you get this a lot. Like this is what it looks like if I have the webcam up on my TV or on my main monitor. No, it's not a TV. It's a monitor. No material stripped. Why is it double stripped? Oh, wait. Yeah, why is it double stripped? Oh, I see. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah, and it's an unknown material. So I guess we'll just have to go ahead and say how do I want to do this? Do a and. Well, we don't want it to be both. Yeah. That's it. That's the one. Or if it contains stripped. You're smart. So if it equals the material or if the name contains stripped. That should work. Smart man, Nick. Smart man. See, this is why I do the streams live. This is why I stream this. Because you guys, one, keep me motivated. Because this gets like a pretty consistent 40 to 60 viewers, which is always a nice feeling. But also because you guys are all really smart. And we work through these problems together. And I think it's really nice to see somebody else have problems and how they are attacking. Obviously, not everybody has 40 people in a live stream. How do you get your export to plugins folder directly? You can do it in Maven with like output directory. Try this will work in all classes though. Is relative block the first block broken? What happens if the first block broken is a strip block? We're correcting that right now. So, if we change this, where'd my X go? And now if we strip this, okay, we're not getting any errors, but it's not running tree feller. Oh. Okay, so we're not getting errors, but it's not running tree feller. Okay, so now we can see. Oh, hi. Let me just check this out. Okay, so it's planting the sapling. Because log doesn't contain strip, then it's not equal to log, right? We'll never find non-stripped logs. You're right, you're right. Yeah. Just thinking, what even happens when you strip logs? Do you get sticks? Or is it just an aesthetics thing? If it's just an aesthetics thing, I'm just gonna cancel stripping, actually. Because there would be no reason to strip if you don't actually gain anything. Yeah, this is just purely an aesthetics thing. Okay, yeah, we're just gonna cancel stripping. That's the easiest thing. I thought you actually got like sticks or something from stripping, which I guess we could give something for stripping, but I don't actually see the point. It will make the log give less wood when crafted into planks. Okay, yeah, we'll just cancel stripping. Yeah, no. Yeah, you did give the resolution, but I also think it's just as easy to cancel stripping because it doesn't do anything for the player really. And if it's only aesthetics, then I don't see the point in keeping it in allowing players to just strip a bunch of trees for no reason. Because you know players will just run around and strip trees just because. So let's just go ahead and say at event handler public void tree stripping. Does it actually have its own event? Or is it does it actually have its own event? Or do we have to do it on like tree or log? Player active action is right click and you have an X. Alright. I was hoping there was going to be an easier way. But I guess not. For now we'll just do it this way. This should work. Block equals get click block. Is there like an interact block event? I don't think so, but you never know what they add. I don't check the okay now. So let's go ahead and say if block does not equal come on, equal. It's not equal null. return. We'll actually change this to if block equals null return. And then let's go ahead and get the player. No player. Player equals event.get player. Let's go ahead and get the item that's in the player's hand. In hand equals player.get inventory .get item in main hand. Let's go ahead and say if block.get not temperature, get type.name that contains log, and if I guess we could put those together, and if in hand that get type dot name dot ends with underscore x. We'll run this code. Well, you can just check if they interact with the block instead of check if it's null. Oh, yeah, that's true. Because it won't be stopping both clicks. Well, I don't care if they right click. I guess what we should actually really do is just say if event.getAction that equals action. Oh, come on, action dot right click block, and then we can actually go ahead and get rid of this null because we know that it's going to be a block. It shouldn't be null. I guess we'll just keep that check there just because, just so we don't have that warning. And if it's an X, we're just gonna go ahead and say event dot set cancel true, and then we'll send the player a message. Message manager info player bark stripping is disabled. We'll just have this message here for now just so we know. We'll probably take it out later, but we'll just keep it in there for now just so we know, and that way we know it's working. So if the action is right click block, we're gonna get the block that was clicked. Right, yeah. We're gonna get the player. We're gonna get the item in their hand. And if the name ends with X, and if the block name contains log. Right, because there'll be no reason for them to interact like that other than this. As far as I know right now. That might be subject to change later depending what mechanics I put into this. So we'll do that, we'll do this. We'll reload. And now, there we go! So we cannot strip. Beautiful. So let's just get rid of this. So now that works again. Beautiful. Oh, the tree grew back before it finished. That's just because we have our game rule so high. Do you recommend we use using static keywords in almost every function? Explain why. What? Do you recommend we... Either I'm dumb or I cannot... I think I'm just dumb because I cannot read that. Do you recommend using the static keyword in almost every function? Explain why. Yeah. I mean, you should probably use static as least as possible because you don't want... Whoa! Oh, this is actually a really good tree to test. Beautiful. Although we might have to change that to 2, to be honest, for big trees like that. Oh, nope, definitely nothing up there. Because there is the chance that it might grow one weird block somewhere else. But okay, guys. I think we might be done for tonight. We got all this working. And we're getting the items, right? We're getting the wood. Nice. Let's go ahead and check out this jungle tree. We're getting our jungle tree wood. We're getting our dark oak, spruce log, whatever. And we're getting our birch. Okay. Oh, I don't think so. Do crops replant? They do. That was the first stream that we did. We went ahead and we fixed some of this farming stuff. I also linked this up to the MySQL database, so it pulls the values. Right now, these are all the same. But if we get next, that gives us 10. And if you look in our inventory, we're getting wheat. If we push these away, we get beets. We get the normal drops that you would normally get. We got our carrots there. And we get however many drops it normally would. They need to give stripped logs. Yeah, maybe we'll do that, Dextrix. When we want to. You should make the trees fall down. God, no. That would be so much server lag. More than this tree feller already is going to be. So do leaves break synchronously or async? Sorry if I'm stupid. I think all block breaking happens sync. Because you can't change block states asynchronously. On Modern Minecraft, to break wheat to be replaced, you need to right click, which would be cooler and more logical. Well, the idea for this server to break wheat. Wait, hold on. On Modern Minecraft, to break wheat to be replaced, you need to right click, which would be cooler and more logical. Well, so the thing is though, is what's gonna happen is players are there's just gonna be like a massive farm, right? Where players are gonna go and summon a TNT above it. Where players are basically gonna be role playing, right? So these farms already be pre-built. And it will do all that. Could make a custom hoe and load it as an ender chest for wheat instead of place an inventory. That'd be cool. So so this is like a true Kingdoms fantasy role playing. Like you'll go out and do like different quests. It'll be less about combat and more focused on the actual strict sort of guidelines of a role play, where you are sort of pretending to be said thing. So like there'll be people who might totally level up their farming, and leveling up your farming might give you access to different, skill trees or armor, kind of like in Hypixel, where you can have different armors based on how far you level up something. I'm taking a lot of ideas from the Hypixel Skyblock. Can players build or restore blocks anywhere? Right now, yes. Later on, no. There won't be any reason for them to have to build blocks. Any ETA on the server? A while. So some of the things that I need to do, obviously, is I need to finish out all of these different events, like the traits. And then I need to mess around with creating a quest system, which I don't think will be that hard. It's just going to be more tedious than anything. Because I'm just going to use citizens I'm just going to use citizens for my NPCs. Because I don't really feel like messing around with NMS and packets when there's already a plugin that works well that's already out, What about engineering skill or something like that? I have a bunch, so if we jump back into IntelliJ, these are all the events that I have right now. Of alchemy, aqua farming, which would be, I want to implement sort of like an underwater world. Oh, interesting. It didn't switch to IntelliJ automatically. Why is that? Is that because I, Interesting. Okay. Well, switch back to Minecraft? Oh. Okay, switches back to Minecraft. Doesn't switch back to IntelliJ for some reason. That's fine. MC is still open-ended. Exactly. Citizens does the job, so why try to reinvent the wheel and you know, make my life harder. Stream is being weird. Yeah, I just got the notification that the stream is being weird. Let's just hang out for a second. But anyway, so we have alchemy, aqua farming, archery, farming, fishing. It is damn good, you're right. Yeah. Herbalism, hunting, mining. This is just the base skills event. And then I guess we should actually take this out because that's not an actual event per se. Smithing event and woodcutting and mining. Herbalism will be for like collecting flowers. There'll definitely be a need for that. This is Java, yes, yes, good old Java. So yeah, so I think that's it. Where did I learn programming? YouTube, the docs, the forums. I never actually went to school for anything like this. Kind of just learned it all on my own. Pixel can make cool game modes, but they can't make a simple fly check in their anti-cheat. I don't know if it's that they can't make a simple fly check. I think it's just that other people are working to circumvent whatever they're doing, so they're finding ways around their systems. But yeah, I just want to thank everybody for stopping by the stream. I know some people had some connection issues. There was some weird connection issues on my end too. Thank you for everybody who stopped by. Not sure when I'll stream again, probably in a couple days, and we'll start diving into some of these other events like the alchemy, archery, fishing, herbalism, hunting, and smithing. But yeah, have a good night, everyone, or day, depending what time it is for you, and I will see you guys in the next one. And this will be uploaded probably in the next 20 minutes. Peace.